Hi, this is Mark from Smatter Effect, and I'm going to talk about something that is really weighing on my mind with the release of the new Star Wars trailer, The Rise of Skywalker. And I got to tell you, I am not excited about this movie at all. The apathy that I feel towards this movie is really, it's actually kind of freeing because I have no interest at all in Star Wars anymore. And I've been a Star Wars fan since I was 6 years old, watching Star Wars for the first time in theaters. And I gotta tell you, I don't feel anything towards this movie. In fact, I feel like a lot of people, I feel like The Last Jedi kind of broke things. It kind of made you feel like they didn't care about canon, they didn't care about continuity, they didn't care about how things were. Making sure that everything kind of fit together. It seems like The Last Jedi just kind of broke everything. The Force Awakens, I didn't think was so bad. I didn't have any problem with that. I watched it, I loved it. But once you go back, now that The Last Jedi comes out, you see that things just don't fit anymore. It's like laying down half a puzzle, and then having The Last Jedi just not fit at all. And then you go back and you go, wow. I mean, I guess they could have done things a little bit better. They could have said things a little bit better. For the series to keep going on. It was horrible. I feel very bad for all the Star Wars fans out there, and that's why I'm making this video. Just to kind of, it's catharsis for me. It's something to get it off my chest. I just have to say it because what I have to say about this movie, I don't have anything politically bad to say about this movie. I just have to say it's not a good movie, and people might say, well, objectively it's a good movie. No, I don't think it's objectively a good movie at all. I think that there's great cinematography. I think the acting's okay. I think that some of the visuals, are amazing. Some of the special effects are amazing. It just didn't seem like a Star Wars movie to me. But hey, if you like it, more power to you. The number one thing on my mind is when I watch this is the longest Star Wars movie. Well, it was the longest Star Wars movie up to this point. Half that movie was dragged down by that ridiculous subplot with Rose and Finn going off to Canto Bight. That was just silly. Didn't feel like Star Wars at all to me. I thought that when Leia was shot out into space, I thought, hey, that's her death right there. And I felt like the emotional impact of it. I felt like it hurt me just watching it. And I felt like, you know what? This is probably, it kind of fits with Kylo Ren's character. He just finished killing off his dad in Force Awakens. It makes sense that he would do this. But he lays off of it, goes back. He can't do it. But she gets blown out of space anyway. So I thought, okay, well, that's not bad because he didn't do it. Maybe that's going to put a different spin on it. And, he's mourning her death or something. But she comes back and goes back to the spaceship. I don't understand how that works in the sense of the rest of the movies. We got no backstory on that. I don't understand how. It would make sense to me. Yeah, she might have force powers. It makes sense to me. They've shown the glimpses of her having force powers, talking to Luke, talking over distances and stuff like that. But it just didn't make any sense. Seems like they could have just played that up just a little bit more, or even talked about it afterwards. That would make a lot more sense. But they didn't. They kind of dumbed down some of the characters. I don't understand. I mean, I thought General Hux was like a psychotic, crazy, mean, evil dude, and I thought he was like trying to vie for power with Kylo Ren, and I thought, wow, this is going to be some great stuff, and it turns out that he just kind of turns into a joke, and that kind of like didn't make his character any better, and it made his character a lot worse. I feel like the way they went with it is kind of like, no, Kylo Ren is like the number one dude without question. But now I guess with the new movie coming out, they're gonna have Palpatine, which I don't know, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But Snoke dying, I don't know, it didn't bother me one way or the other because Snoke wasn't really. I thought, wow, he had some cool powers. He was very powerful. He's keeping Rey and Kylo Ren down, and I thought, wow, great stuff. And turns out I guess he just wasn't smart enough. I don't know. I guess. I still don't understand the whole thing about, if you don't like the movie, that you're some kind of political psycho or something, or you're some kind of evil racist dude or some kind of Russian bot or something. I don't understand that. I mean, I just think that Lucasfilm should really just say, hey, you know what? Hey, it wasn't, even if they just were quiet How about that? How about just silence? How about just letting us say what we want to say? If we don't like it, hey, no big deal. You still got the money, right? You got the money. Money still went in your car, in your bank account. So why are you upset? Just make the next movie, and then show us wrong, prove us wrong. Make the next movie amazing, and then what can you say? 2 out of 3 were amazing movies, and every series of movies has a couple of duds, or 1 or 2 duds, or even a few scenes of bad scenes. But if you would have just stepped up and just said, well, we'll fix it. But you don't have to tell us that. Just do it internally. Just say, hey, we did some things wrong. Let's fix it. But I honestly, when I was younger, I really looked up to Luke, and I thought that he was handled. A lot of people make a lot of things about saying that he was disrespected. He was this. He was turned into that. He was turned. I don't know what it was. I'm not going to pinpoint everything. I'm not some kind of psychology major. I'm not some kind of I don't know what he's been up to for the last 30 years. I just don't think, in my mind, I just didn't find that to be Luke. I never thought Luke was some kind of weird coward, hermit, I don't know. He just came off really, really bad. But I gotta tell you, he just didn't do anything for me. And the fact that he dies of a heart attack or dies of, being force overwhelmed, he died from the force projection, taking the lightsaber to the chest. I don't know, whatever it is. I just don't get it. I just don't understand. And then I don't get the ending too. I don't get the ending where there's only 10 people left and they're all on the Millennium Falcon and they're all take off at the end, and we're supposed to be like, wow, that was great for Luke to sacrifice himself for 10 people. There's just a lot of little weird inconsistencies in the movie. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for make a 45-minute video displaying all this stuff. I've seen so many videos about defending it, against it. I've seen people, talk about. I'm just sick of it. I'm just sick of the whole thing, and I'm just out. I'm out. I'm reading spoilers now. I never read spoilers before. I don't care. I'm not even gonna go see the movie. And if I eventually, if I hear that it's amazing, I might rent it or something. But I'm not going to make a big deal about it. I'm not going to go see it. I don't care. And that's the worst thing I could possibly say about a Star Wars movie. Worst thing I could say is being a Star Wars fan. And I got to tell you, it's terrible. It's a terrible, terrible thing. And I think that Star Wars just got dragged through the mud. I'm a big fan of the Marvel movies. I'm a big fan of what they did with Marvel. Disney has Pixar, Disney has Marvel, Disney has their own animation and movie, and I don't have a problem with really anything else. I just don't like Star Wars, and it's disheartening. It really is. And they could have done so much better. I don't know if they were rushed. I don't know excuses you can give for them. Some people say there are no excuses. They did what they wanted to do. They did exactly. They planned the movies out the way they wanted to do them, and hey. If that's what they did, if they're planned perfectly, if this is where they wanted it, I gotta tell you, I just don't like it. But some people are saying, hey, they didn't plan anything. They just went by the seat of their pants and made a bunch of bad movies. Well, shame on them, right? They got our money, and then they still insult us by saying we don't like it. I don't get it. But anyway, that's my opinion. Thanks for listening. All right, anyway, have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.